Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Friday. I'm home. And I have to say, I'm a little discombobulated. Just a bit. I'm trying trying to get myself into order here. I decided that today was going to be Oracle Friday. What the hell, right? But, hold on. I gotta close that so we all don't hear me talking. All right, there we go. So I'm going to read you the guidelines first, and then we'll get to the cards. So I'm a little excited. It's been a while since I've done a Aloha Perspective from home, and it's been a while since I've done an Oracle Friday, like a true Oracle Friday with my cards that I start with. Oh no, I grabbed the wrong deck for to start with. No. So I guess we'll just go with that one then. Good morning, Muddy. Wait, is it still, yeah, it's still morning there. Good morning, Muddy. How are you? So let's see. Oracle guidelines. Do not worry where the message is coming from. I only work from a good place. So if you're seeing this, there's a reason you are here. Number 2, do not make a card fit your question if it does not resonate with you. Forcing an outcome or an answer not meant for you can cause unnecessary stress and overthinking. Number 3, I will give you the message I receive and the message from the book because someone took the time to write it and put it together. And number 4, angels, God, heaven, etc. might come up. Feel free to insert your higher power / the universe. This will help you flow. This will help with the flow of the reading without stopping to clarify. So the reason I read that is because I like to kind of put it out there that this is just, for entertainment purposes only. So I know, take it for what you will. All right. But so I have the magical unicorns, the magical messages from the fairies, and the enchanted unicorn oracle. And I thought I grabbed the angel answers. I grabbed the goddess guidance. They're both literally in yellow boxes. So anyway, I was feeling a bit preppy today. So, but it's warm. It's getting warm. So this sweater will not be lasting long. Normally when I start the Aloha Oracle, I do the angel answers. I pull 5 cards. What's gonna, just kind of guess no's. Don't make it fit. This, that, and the other. But since I pulled the wrong deck, let's just find one card. Who knows? Maybe this goddess will be the guide. For this. So and I do for those who question where I tap into Archangel Gabriel. So I do travel the metaphysical spiritual road now, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call me, but I am also still you can take the Catholic Church out of the girl, but you can't take the girl out of Catholic Church, right? So I'm still I still believe in God and all that. So and that's just me, not forcing it on anyone. All right, so we got 2, and I'm not sure I was supposed to get 2, but we got 2. Green Tara. Green Tara. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. Start delegating. So if that's for you, like if you try to hoard all the responsibility and then you wonder why you're stressed, start delegating. And this one, Damara, guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So these are 2 good ones. These are like the adult and the kids, right? So you might be having problems with kids. You might be having problems with your own kids. I don't know. But she can help. So, let's just read these really quick. I'll give you the quick synopsis. Green Tara. EFG. When you feel resentment, so this is Green Tara. If you feel resentment in your heart because you're carrying more than your share of the load, you're doing no favors for anyone, including yourself. You need to ask for help to ensure that you have private time for contemplation and rest. One of the reasons why I'm able to sit so peacefully is that I know the secret of true productivity. It doesn't come through struggle or strife. Rather, it comes from a clear and focused mind that's unchallenged by indecisiveness. You see, making decisions is the shortest route to triumphant passages. Once you make up your mind, the rest follows quite naturally. I therefore urge you to sit quietly and follow the footsteps of your mind. Be open to your heart's meanderings. They will quietly lead you to make your most important decisions, and the rest will fall into place. So various meanings. Don't try to be a superwoman or superman or superperson. Give your children chores. Ask your partner for help. Accept assistance as it's offered to you. Release guilt or the belief that it's weak to ask for help. Be a team player. Be a team player. So Green Tara is Hindu, and she's a Hindu and Buddhist goddess whose name means star in the ancient Sanskrit language. Her many personality and aspects are represented by different colors. Green Tara is known for being a speedy helper who offers emergency aid and provides rapid understanding of situations and relationships. She rescues us by empowering us to save ourselves. Ooh, I like that. I like it. I like Green Tara. I love this card. You're just kind of drawn to it, right? So in this one, Damara. I hope I'm saying that right. Could be Damara. It is Damara. I was right. Okay. One can be gentle and fierce protector. Apparently I forgot how to read since coming home. One can be a gentle and a fierce protector simultaneously. This is going to be one of those Fridays. My vigilant focus on keeping harmony within households stems from my desire for children to maintain their youthful awe and sense of wonder. How else will we ensure that they'll see and speak with the fairies? They could be nature angels. How else will we foster the continuation of children's healing laughter? Join with me in guiding the children, and you'll see your own imagination sparked by these amazing young beings. Your own enthusiasm and youthful spirit attracts the children's respect and attention. Good Lord, I'll lead you toward young people who can benefit from your help. Various meanings. Spend time with or have a heart-to-heart talk with your own children. Get into a career involved with helping kids. Volunteer with young people. Know that children will be coming into your life soon. You will be a parent. Take care of your own inner child through play and laughter. That's a good one, especially for shadow work. So let's see. Damara is the Celtic fertility goddess, I cannot read today, whose name means gentle. Damara helps to bring peace and harmony to families and within households. She helps children maintain their youthful innocence and faith. Damara is happy to guide you with respect to the best way to help children, yours or someone else's. So, interesting that children are popping up today. Oh, I'm curious, Sammy, why? Why? So, I like the Green Tara one. I could use some help from Green Tara, that's for sure. All right. So yeah, I want to know, Sammy, why is it interesting that children are popping up today? I'm curious. Sorry guys, my ears are draining. The weather here has been nuts. So like hot, cold. It's bipolar. But, anyway. All right. Magical unicorns. Ooh, there's one. Oh my God. This is weird because she talked about kids, right? Actually, no, that didn't come out. So, there's another one, and one more shuffle to see if we get anything else. I don't know. One more. I feel like there's one more in there. Is there one more? There it is. Oh, there were two more. All right. Oh, I'm trying to keep this reading short today because I don't want everyone to feel like they're just stuck here. So this is interesting because Sammy says it's interesting that children are popping up today because the card that popped out first was grandparent. You have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. I had a difficult relationship with the grandparents I was close to. I know, when I say I have this difficult relationship with people, I'm starting to wonder if it's me. But no, I did. There are a lot of underlying factors, but, I talked about my mom and why, we called my grandma the general, but I love my grandma. I want to say I was very close to my grandma. As close as I think she would let anybody be, but I didn't really get to know my other grandmother. But the funny thing is since we're in a metaphysical space right now and doing oracle readings and talking with spirit and all that stuff, I feel very close to older siblings' grandma who passed before I was born, or I was born already, who passed before I met her. And I got to know her sister, Aunt Stell, and Aunt Stell was fabulous. She was fabulous. I absolutely love her. and or loved her. I still love her. She's been gone a while now, but yeah, I don't know what it is, but I know siblings grandma comes through, and I feel her a lot, and I feel this interesting bond with her, and I'm not really sure why, because like I said, I never knew her in life, but I know her through spirit. So, yeah, if you have a special bond, or you have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. So let's see what that has to say. The grandparent. I feel like I have to do some journaling because there's a lot I'm not saying. So, this card wants you to know that your grandparent loves you very much. You have a special bond with a grandmother or a grandfather or both, and their love is helping you right now. No matter what, you and your grandparent will always be connected by this love. You will always love and help each other, even if you're far away from each other. That's because the special bond that you share travels everywhere, even from heaven. Your love makes your grandparent very happy. He or she will always be proud of you and wants to help you discover your hidden talents. If you'd like help from this grandparent, just ask. You can ask for help by holding a silent mental conversation, by writing a letter, or by asking them directly if they're still alive. I added that part. Your grandparent will do whatever is possible to help, and probably will help you in an even better way than you could have imagined. The best way that you can help your grandparent is by being a happy and healthy person. Take really good care of yourself, do the right thing, and you'll continue to make your grandparent very proud of you in all ways. I like that. That's very nice. That's very nice. So let's see. Practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice. Practice, practice until you get it right. That's legit, right? I need to practice my reading. Because it is struggling today. I do not know what is happening. I've been taking... So on a side note, maybe this is why, I don't know, I doubt it. I'm just making excuses for myself. But I have Rosetta Stone, and during COVID, they had this special where, buy for $200, it's unlimited, lifetime unlimited. So but you can only take one language at a time. Okay. You can't open like a billion tabs and take all different languages. You can only take one at a time. So I've been doing French because I took French in high school. All the Spanish classes were taken up by the time I got to my freshman year in high school, which would have been beneficial since I live in California. But I ended up in French. So, recently, Bestie has been talking to me in French or sending me little quotes and stuff from French here and there because he's doing Duolingo. So I thought, well, I'm going to jump on Duolingo and I'm going to do it too. And boy, just like with Rosetta Stone, I'm getting far. But with Rosetta Stone, it's a much lengthier process, but a lot is coming back. So so I'm sitting there like, salut, ça va? And I'm all like, oh yeah, right, English. I'm doing my show in English. So, oh, but practice, 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 right? So, I thought I was sidebarring there, but I'm not, because I am practicing. And I actually look forward to it every day, doing that. It's fun. And, I'm not the best at getting, is it phonetics? The phonetics of a word or a language, but I try really hard and I'm not too bad at it. My aunt told me that even though when I would do the Hawaiian, when I was in a band, I was in a Hawaiian band. That's right. I was in the family band. And we would sing. I would just be like, she's like, your Hawaiian is really, really good. And it surprised me because I thought I was butchering, the language of, some of my people. So practice, practice, practice. So if there's something you want to get good at, whether it's a hobby or something for work or just something you want to do, practice, practice, practice. If you want to work out, practice. If you want to eat better, practice. All these things take practice. And it's really not that difficult, to be honest with you. As long as we practice, right? That's all we have to do is just practice. And, as we learn and we go along, it gets easier and easier. Okay. So do you want to know why some people are really good at sports, music, or art? They practice these skills a lot. This card is a sign that you need to practice a skill that's important to you so that you can be really good at it. As you practice, some days you'll feel stronger than others, yet you'll notice that your skills improve the more you use them. So have patience with yourself and your teachers. It may take time for you to learn how to do something in the best way. Practice really is the best way to improve your skills. As you practice, you'll learn new ways and methods. You'll also enjoy yourself more as you get better and better at your new skills. So whether your dream is to paint, write, dance, sing, or do crafts, practice is one way to make your dreams come true. That is legit. you know, anything you want to do. Anything you want to do, just do it. Try something new. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. And there you go. This should have been the card before practice, right? This is hilarious. They have a dolphin, a unicorn, and a orca all swimming together. You know, the dolphin's probably there to make sure the orca doesn't eat the unicorn, right? I mean, hey, whales gotta eat. But, I know. Yeah, try something new. You know, we just talked about it. If you're afraid of failing, don't worry about it. What was one of the things that we had last week? I think it was on Wednesday. Self-Care Wednesday, I did the Oracle. You know, I did the Dragon Oracles because I thought it'd be fun to do something that was related to self-care, but a little bit more, you know, a little out there, right? So I don't mean out there like that. I mean, just different. And so, you know, we have, oh God, what am I trying to say? My brain. Ah, all right. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. My brain literally just shut down. It literally just shut down. So, okay, I'm going to try this again. So we had the practice, right? On Wednesday, one of the cards was about failing spectacularly, or, you know, failing gorgeously. And what it's trying to do is to remove the stigma of the word fail. Now, we're always saying, oh, stigma this, stigma that. No, seriously, there is. Whenever you put a bad juju thing on a word, that's putting a stigma on it, right? Because it's like, oh, I heard the word fail. Oh, so I failed my test. I failed that task. I failed at this. I failed at that. Who cares? All right. Okay. So you failed. So try again, or do it again, or do it till you get it right. Practice, practice, practice. That's what practice is all about. And a lot of times people are afraid to try new things because they are afraid of failing. So what happens when we're afraid of failing? We just don't do things. We don't take risks. We don't, you know, we don't try new things because we're afraid of that word. We're afraid of that 4-letter F word, right? Not that one. Not the fun one, the other one that scares the living crap out of us. So, you know, it's about doing the practice. It's about trying that something new and either failing spectacularly or failing gorgeously or succeeding spectacularly, succeeding gorgeously. But you're never going to know, right? So, I mean, who cares if you fail spectacularly? You know, I just caught a glimpse of my mic. I'm so happy to be back with my wired mic, like legit. So, yeah, so try something new. Don't be afraid. I know it's scary. I know it can be hard, but you never know, right? I started creating jewelry a few years ago, and I've gotten away from it. You know, I'm going to talk a little bit about my stay at my dad's house probably next week, but because I didn't realize today until I was writing it out how really effective it was for me, not just to be there and helping my dad because there was a lot happening there, but how it affected me personally, you know, how, I don't know, I'll talk about that next week, but just, you never know. So just try. Okay. Here's light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. Okay, seriously, this horse looks like it's doing a commercial for hair color or makeup. It's like a model horse. It's like the Farrah Fawcett of unicorns, okay? Like, look at my hair. But, yeah, I mean, seriously, that's like some 70s mane happening up there. You know, just, yeah, I'm a pretty horse. Check out my mane. So, so anyway, see the light within yourself and everyone else. Good morning, older sibling. Sammy, look, older sibling's on. So she just missed my whole thing about the horse. I mean, seriously, is that like the greatest horse mane ever? I mean, come on. I saw a picture of horses yesterday, and there was one, and it was a regular horse, a regular brown horse, but it had that blonde mane. And so, see? Exactly. He's totally the hair product horse. This unicorn is the hair product horse. I'm sorry. It is. But anyways, share your light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. Last week when we were talking about Pope Francis, not last week, sorry, this last Monday. Oh my God. I told you I'm a little discombobulated still. I'll be back to myself on Monday, but well, whatever that is, it's not far off from what it is. Oh, she said she saw it. Okay. But anyways, we talked about how, I was like, the only people I don't like are the ignorant people, right? And then this message just hit my head it said, but those are the people that seem to need the most love. And I had a hard time resonating with that, because it's just kind of like, those are the people I really just want to not be around. The people who just make everything, just difficult, or who, just believe everything they hear or see on TV or read in the, on social media, or, gaslit to the gills. But I understood the message, because again, like I said, we were talking about the Pope, and we were talking about how those would be the people that he tried to reach the most. So when we see this card, see the light within yourself and everyone else. It's not hard to love the enemy, but it's not easy to love the enemy. Enemy. It's not hard to love ignorant people or just mean people, but it's also not, easy. And I know that message might be confusing, but it kind of fits in its own way, because it's the challenge, right? It's the, practice, try something new. I mean, these cards are the unicorn messages, but, try something new and practice may not just be about a hobby. It may not just be about, something you want to try in life or you want to be good at. It might be us reaching out to remind people how to love one another, to wake people up from their ignorant slumber. And I don't mean to say ignorant slumber like, people might think the same thing about me. But, I guess ignorant slumber was the wrong way to put it. But some people, they think ignorance is bliss. And it's not always. There's a lot always happening in the world, whether it's now, before, or later. And we have to learn how to come together. And the only way to come together as one is to stop acting like the people we don't like and start showing them love. Even if it's not directly, don't engage. If they say something that just annoys you, don't engage. Don't engage, because, it's doing is feeding into it, and if they already have an issue with you, they're not going to see it as anything more than you trying to attack them, and they won't listen. They won't listen to reason. They won't listen to facts. They won't listen to anything. So, there's a lot of in between the lines reading here, guys. But if you can read between these lines, then you'll understand what I'm saying. We can't be the group of people that spreads the hate any more than it's already been spread. And as, hippie-like or flower child-like as it might sound to say that we have to combat bad with love, it's true. It's true. See, there's a lot of people out there hitting people with the Bible. They're taking what they want to out of it, and they're weaponizing the Bible. But if you follow Christianity, if you follow Catholicism, if you follow whatever religion it is that you are in, that goes back to either Buddha or Hindu or God or Allah or whatever it is, the basic principles of all these things is basically to be kind to one another. Whether you believe Jesus was the Son of God or not, he is in a way a prophet. And I am guessing he probably really did exist. In my mind, he did. In other people's minds, no. But look at him this way as a prophet, right? A lot of people look at Buddha and they think he's just this, figure of a statue that sits on, people's altars. Now, but Buddha was a real dude. Buddha was a prince. I know. I bet a lot of people don't know that Buddha was a prince. Yeah, I read the book. I read a book. No, yeah, like all these books back there, I know. I read a book, and it blew my mind. I was like, wow. So, as hard as it can be, put on your fabulous Farrah Fawcett hair. Okay, not the Teen Mom Farrah. I did not watch that show, but older sibling and Sissy Joe did. But put on your best fair hair, wave it around, and just sprinkle that love dust over everybody. All right? Just go out there and share your light, spread your light, because this world needs it desperately. Desperately. So let's see what it has to say in the book, if I can read it. I know you guys are probably like, stop being so hard on yourself. Fail gorgeously, fail spectacularly. I'm just making fun of myself because it's hilarious. It's like, I mean, literally the first page, I couldn't even do that. Sammy's all, I wish I had fair hair. Sammy, I'm going to tell you something that older sibling tells me all the time. When I watch people on TV, God, I love their makeup. God, I love their hair. Why can't I have hair like that? And she's, you know what sibling always tells me? They have makeup artists. They have hair people. And then she reminds me that unless you're really, really into it, most people probably do not have that hair. So, you know. Although back in the 70s, I think all it was, right, was a roller brush and your blow dryer. I think. I don't know. I was like literally just a child in the 70s. I was, 0 through 6 in the 70s. I didn't turn 7 until the 1980s. So, it's just kind of like, woo. But yeah, the fair hair. Or they would get their hair feathered. Oh my God. My grandmother one time cut my hair so short, my mom wanted to kill her. I looked like a boy and it was feathered, but I was such a tomboy as a kid too. And I looked just like my guy cousin that I just looked up to so much. I was like, yeah, look at me. Oh yeah, Sammy has curls and humidity. Yeah, that could be a problem. My curls did not cooperate today, plus I was running behind. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to do whatever this was. And later, after the show, I'm going to stick my hair up in a bun. But, I know. So anyways, everyone has a beautiful light within them, no matter what they look like or how they act or how much their hair does not cooperate. This light is pure. The more you focus on the light within others, the more you can help them be healthy and happy. You can also protect your loved ones, yourself, and your belongings by imagining them surrounded by light. This card may mean that you or someone you love is in a situation with harsh energy right now and they need extra spiritual protection. Imagine them in an eggshell covering of light in your favorite color, or choose one of these: white light to protect, green light to heal, and purple light for a better night's sleep. I know a couple people who could use some serious purple light. As you focus on seeing and feeling light within yourself and everyone, you'll notice a positive change in your life. For example, people will treat you better, your family members will seem happier, and you'll sleep better at night. I'm actually going to take this card out and I'm going to save it because I need to write some of this down about that purple light and stuff. But yeah, cast the light. Blue light is protection too. Well, I know it says white light was protection, but blue light, here's the thing. Archangels are non-denominational. I know everybody wants to make them denominational because they're in the Bible, but of all the different things I've read and all the different perspectives I read, angels are non-denominational. So you could be a straight up atheist, which I know makes no sense because I don't really believe in anything on the other side of the veil. But you could be a straight up agnostic and you can believe in archangels. And, even if it's just the power of the energy that you want to hold within. And blue is Archangel Michael. Blue, or like a violet purple blue. Violet purple blue? That's not even a color. But we could make one. I got enough crayons and color pencils now. Oh yeah, Sibling says, and a lot of hairspray. Oh God, remember that it was Aquanet. Remember Aquanet? Oh my God, you guys, I'm dating myself now. I remember Aquanet. Aquanet was the bomb. I mean, when I was in high school, we were coming into the era of, my mom used to call it a tsunami, but the big wave in the front of your hair. And Aquanet never moved, not even with humidity and curls. So, let's go to the messages, magical messages from the fairies. Magical messages of the fairies. Let's see. Okay. There's one. Okay, let's shuffle one more time and see if we get anything else. There we go. Oh, we got 3 more. So how does that always happen? I'm always thinking, yay, there's only going to be 1 more card and like 3 or 4 pop out. Hui and ui. All right, let's see here. I have not looked at them. I have not seen them. All right, what's the card number 1? Summer. Oh, that's right around the corner. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. Summertime. Sorry. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. You know, I keep apologizing, saying I'm discombobulated, but I literally think this is just me. And, you know, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. So, I mean, I am kind of goofy anyway. So, I think, like I said, I'm going to talk next week. Monday, we're going to talk about, like, some of the stuff that Sammy and I were talking about last week. I don't even know how to title it. But, you know, just, I guess how society views women versus men, is sort of. And it's not going to be like a feminist thing, okay? Because I know a lot of people, I'm going to talk about feminists. I don't know. She's going to, you know. No, it's going to be like, you know, and I'm going to use a quote from a man that pointed this out. It's kind of like, good for you. Good for you. Like I said, he's one of my favorite actors. And I was just kind of like, yeah, you go, Jason Isaacs. And I was like, you know, and I think it was meant to be kind of like, you know, why are you asking me that question? But it really inspired the thought that I had. And I was like, whoa, you know, I was like, wow, okay, I got this. I can just, you know, all that stuff. So, but I also want to talk about, just sidebarring again, like how my personality seems to be coming out again, you know, but without all that other stuff, without all that underlying stuff, and without those days where I felt like I had to fake it till you make it, right? And you go home and you're just exhausted. Spending time, a lot of time in solitude, really, you know, not always, but sometimes. I'll explain all that later. Kind of just got me to a place that I really needed to be. So, you know, it pushed me over the line from surviving to thriving. So, you know, we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I was stuck in the middle there for a while. So anyways, you drawn this card because you wonder when your desires will manifest. This card represents the reassurance that your wishes have been heard and divine timing is clearing the way for your answered prayers to come to you at the perfect time. In this case, you'll fully realize your dreams this summer. Ooh, I got dreams. I got dreams. Additional meanings for this card. You're moving to a warmer location. Spend time outdoors in the sunshine or with a full spectrum light. Take a vacation, especially to a warm, sunny place. Okay, there are 3 of us on this show right now. 2 of them are watching. 1 of them is doing the show. And none of us need to be in a warmer place than we're already at. Okay, I mean, yeah, I know. If baby sibling were on, she'd be like, wait, I live in the desert. Okay, but she's not on. So, Sammy says, I actually still, oh my God, Sammy is a case of Aquanet. No way. I'm coming to visit. Can you imagine all the wild stuff we can do with our hair? I mean, that'd be awesome. But yeah, moving to a warmer location would mean I would be moving to the desert. Not happening. Spend time outdoors in the sunshine or with a full spectrum light. I actually have a full spectrum light. My coworker had it, and when she passed away, I somehow inherited everything in her office. But because her husband did not want to take any of it, so we kind of just split things up. But I did take that one. Sammy says she's sitting on her patio in the sunlight right now. But I love getting out in the sun now. Son and I have a very awkward relationship when it comes to summertime. I do get a little bit heat sensitive and heat stroke, and sunstroke. I know, all the things. I need to live in a cooler climate. But yeah, you need your vitamin D, folks. So get out there in the sunlight or get a full spectrum light, okay? Take a vacation, especially to a warm, sunny place. I am not lying though. I would love. So, you know, I always see these pictures of like the Maldives. Is that how you say it? Wow. The water there, you know, I mean, I thought Hawaii had pretty water, but damn, you know, so yeah, just, you know, sunlight, get yourself out there, summertime. I'm not even sure what I'm singing. I think I was trying to go in one direction and ended up somewhere else. Do some research. You need more information about the situation. Look into it further before proceeding. Okay, this feels like it's for somebody. All right, this one feels like it's directed at someone, for someone. If you are stuck at a crossroads and trying to make a decision, this card is telling you to make an informed decision. Do your research, do your homework, do all the things you need to do, and look into it further before proceeding, because it you know, it may not, I don't know. My hands are just wanted to go today. But yeah, I got all my rings on. Well, not all of them. Sorry, I'm so distracted today. But yeah, I forgot how much, and some of them haven't fit in so long that I'm so excited. This one's one of my favorites, like a Celtic knot, my Irish side. But yeah, so woo, Shelly Marie's packing. She's packing. So I know that's not what that means. I know. But but do some research. See the little fairy reading the book. See the little fairy sitting on all the books. This can also go for people who just believe everything they hear. Do your own research. Check your own facts. Read your own facts. Don't just go by what someone's telling you because you think you can trust them. As Fox Mulder would say, trust no one. Trust no one, which is dumb. I mean, we're not in a TV show about people hunting down the supernatural, or aliens. But, trust your people. Obviously, trust your people. But, just if something doesn't feel right, fact check it. There's a lot of things that I don't post on Facebook or Instagram because I know it needs to be fact checked. And sometimes I'm only getting half the story, and it's like on either side. And it's kind of like, no, I'll just pass on this. But I've also been reminded that, this book I was reading, Considering the Path That I Have Chosen, says your path must be a path of positivity. I know. You're like, why are you sad about that? I know, right? I'm like preaching about light. Oh, light. But yeah, I'm sorry. I am made partially of sarcasm. But no, like I said, this feels very specific. So if you are looking into something, maybe it's a car, a house, a relationship, maybe it's into college or a course or something, do the research on it. Okay. Do the research. Maybe you're going through a treatment plan or something. Do the research on it, if you're not sure about it. But if it's something that's like what do they call those? Oh God, sibling would know. Sissy Joe was supposed to be one in like trials, health, like medical trials. Just do it. You don't know what's going to happen, but if you don't have a lot of options left, it may not be a bad idea. So, Sissy Joe, like I said, I think she's going to be coming up a lot the next 2 months because, June will be 10 years since she passed. And God, I still remember that day like it was 2 seconds ago. But yeah, she was, she died the day before she was supposed to start her new clinical trial. That's it. So, do your research, do all that stuff. All right. Check it. And, oh God, there's 2 more. There's 2 more. Holy moly. Okay. Express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. In which case, I shan't be apologizing for myself any further in this show because I'm just me. I laugh at my own jokes. I'm silly. Apparently I am a nerd of all things, which a lot of people would have taken that, the wrong way. I really took that as a compliment because somebody said to me on Sunday when I went out with, Bestie Sis on, Jessie, she invited me to her choral rehearsal and then we went and had some drinks with some of her choral pals afterwards, because 2 of them were having a birthday, her and another one. So another one of the girls. And I was like, oh my God, I love this. And she's like, oh, are you a beer nerd? And my friend says, my best friend, she calls me her best friend. I love that. But Sis says, she also calls me Sis. She says, oh no, Shelly's like a nerd of everything. And that was like the best compliment I've ever received. When I get into something, I get into something. So, but I am. I'm a Comic-Con geek. I'm a beer nerd. I used to be a wine nerd, but not really because, my problem with wine is that I can't drink a bottle by myself because I can drink a bottle by myself. It's better for me not to drink a bottle by myself. Whereas, beer, boom, 1 can, you're good to go. Or 1 bottle, you're good to go. Right? And I do have those things that for the wine bottles that you can suck the air out to keep it fresh, and I use that sometimes, but then I forget because I have to be in a mood for wine. And I do love wine, but just beer is a little bit more accessible, and when you go to bars and all that stuff. And like I said, I don't want the whole bottle because I can drink the whole bottle, and I'm not ashamed of that, not one bit. But but here's the fun part. Wine goes straight to my head. Legit. Wine goes straight to my head. Beer does not. And so that is why I generally choose that. How I got there, I have no idea. But however I managed to get there, like I said, guys, my brain is just, I don't know. I don't know if it's riding on fumes or it's just really discombobulated. But yeah, just allow your true self to shine. I don't know what that has to do with anything else, with all the stuff I just talked about, but allow yourself to shine. Just shine. Shine. Yeah, I like all kinds of, I probably shouldn't say that. I like all kinds of alcohol, but, but yeah, beer's my go-to. But let's see. Okay, let's just talk about this. You drew this card because you worry about social acceptance. The fairies want to celebrate your uniqueness, since to them you're delightful and perfect just as you are right now. Yes, you are. Remind yourself of that. The fairies love your creativity and they urge you to just be yourself. Aww. Don't squelch your true self in order to gain others' approval. Pretending doesn't work anyway, and you can't please everyone. Instead, enjoy being authentic and trust that like-minded people will be attracted to you. There you go. Ta-da! And maybe in the summertime. So additional meanings for this card. Dress in a way that makes you happy. Trust and follow through with your creative ideas and visions. Speak your truth. Join the Red Hat Society, an international social group for fun-loving women over 50. I wanted to join that, but I don't know if they exist anymore. Express your creativity through an artistic project or new business idea. And that's actually what they're talking about, right? When they talk about the Red Hat Society, they usually wear red hats and purple outfits. So I'm not sure what the red hat was all about, or the purple, but it was cute. And every so often, like Sibling and I, because I think Fullerton had one of their meetings out there. Every so often we'd drive and we'd see the ladies with the red hats. Looks like they were going to tea or something. But yeah, don't squelch your true self in order to gain others' approval. I did that for far too long. I'm a recovering people pleaser, and I have to tell you, it's one of the best things I've ever done for myself. One of the best things I've ever done for myself. I wear what I want now. I don't care. I prefer to wear a lot of black, but when you have a fur baby, that doesn't always work out well for you unless you want to own stock in a pet roller, which, we do have. It's so funny. Almost every pet person I know either keeps it at the door or in their car. But my cousin's like, yeah, I keep mine in my car. I'm like, oh, so do we. One on each door. One on each door. But like Sibling's door and my door. It's like there's always a little pet roller. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure what possessed me to buy this color. In the picture, it looked like Padres colors, but this is not Padres colors. I don't know, but I don't know what it is, but I kind of like it. I don't even know what color this qualifies as. Burnt orange, brown orange. I'm not an orange fan either, but yeah, I know I kind of like that preppy thing I have going on there. I know, I'm feeling kind of stylish, but I know, here you're all like, just get to the next card. All right. I like this one. A lot of you are going to like this one. Debt paid off. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. Whoa. That's a wonderful card to find and come up with. That was the last one that flew out too. So, maybe we're all in for some good fortune and good things and no worries and no ties to things and all that good stuff. So Sammy says, I love that color. It's a great color with my skin tone. Oh, I bet it is. I've only seen some pictures, but yeah, I don't know. I like this color. But here's the funny thing. I'm not going to lie. I told Sibling, I was looking through a magazine, and I saw somebody wearing, these pants, and I'm like, what would possess someone to wear that color pants? And then my order came in the mail, and I was, I'm wearing my sweater, and then I'm still making this comment because I saw the picture again, and I'm all, and then I looked at, I was talking to older Sibling on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting here making fun of this person's pants, and it's the same color as my sweater. backpedal. So backpedaled quite a bit. But anyways, debt paid off. So again, remember, if this card does not resonate with you, don't try to make it fit. If it doesn't resonate with you and it makes you feel all giggly and joyful, this is how it's going to work. You have to trust and believe that it will happen. Do it in the divine right way, okay? Through the universe, through your higher power, whatever it is, because you don't want other people to get hurt so you can be happy. But yeah, when it says the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you in your life, it doesn't just mean financial debt. It could be a karmic debt. It could be a generational debt. It could be, and I know you're all like, what? Karmic debt, generational debt. Karmic debts, if you believe in past lives, you could be paying off a karmic debt, and that looks like maybe it's paid off. If you have gone through a family where there's been trauma or anything, you could be the one carrying the generational, most people will call it a generational curse or an ancestral curse, but you could be the one carrying that, and maybe you're the one who's finally paid it off. Oh, I just had a thought. So, I think I told Sammy about it, but I know I definitely told older sibling about it. But, some of us got to fall on our swords for everybody else. Let me raise my sleeves to that one. But, I'm sorry. That was bad. But yeah, so it's not necessarily just financial debt being paid off, because it doesn't say, it says debt, but it doesn't say what kind of debt. So, let's hope, if you are in financial debt, that it's all taken care of, that it's all just done. But again, you have to believe. If you don't believe and you don't think it's going to happen, you're going to be like, well, Shelly Marie, you said, and it's like, no, I also told you that you have to trust it 110%. And you have to believe that it can happen for you. And remember, in the divine right way. If you're a person that manifests or sets intentions, this or something better, ask for this or something better, because, this may not be exactly what's meant for you, but something better gives the universe, your higher power, your guardian angels, whatever you want to call them, or wherever you turn your focus to, it gives them the opportunity and a much bigger playing field to make things happen for you. So there you go. All right. That's a good one. All right. We're on the last one now. I think I'm only going to pull one card from this because I'm really trying to keep the show under an hour. But the Enchanted Oracle, Unicorn Oracle. This one's my favorite. Blossom. This one and the Cupcake one. I got to show you the Cupcake one really quick. Oh my God. I love her. I love her, him, it, whatever, they, them. I love them. Okay. That is like my favorite card next to this one. These two bring me the most joy. These two cards bring me the most joy. They are just, they make me happy. They're just looking like, yeah, I'm going to eat that cupcake, or the other one going, oh, I'm amazing. And they just fully in their confidence. So, all right, there we go. We got two. Okay. Anahata, Love Without Judgment, and Intergalactic, In the Zone. So we'll go with Intergalactic first. This guy, or whoever, this unicorn just looks like, yeah, baby, I'm dancing on the world and we're having a good time. And I'm not even sure what he's carrying. Looks like I don't even know what that is. But whatever it is, he's in the zone. He's in the zone. It's like football, right? Or basketball or baseball or whatever. They're in the zone. So Intergalactic, in the zone. Jimson weed is an old world plant that is known by many names, including thornapple and devil's weed. It was used in medieval times as an analgesic because of its strong narcotic properties. Oh, no wonder he looks so happy. Although it is now considered poisonous. Ooh. The white trumpet-shaped flower. Oh, that's what that was the flower. I'm sorry. That was the flower. My bad. The white trumpet-shaped flower inspired another name for the weed, devil's trumpet. The fruit of the plant is an alien-looking spiky green egg-shaped capsule that contains small black seeds. Jimson weed is used in magical work for astral travel and divination. However, it is not to be ingested. When it said alien-looking spiky green egg-shaped capsule, all I can think of is the movie Alien. Like, legit. Seriously. Yeah, it should not be ingested. No pun intended if you've seen the movie, you get what I'm saying. So the intergalactic unicorn is the artist's muse. It foretells a period of heightened creativity and many wonderful ideas flowing into your consciousness. The first instinct may be to suppress the energy and dampen it down. Perhaps you have too much work to do, too many errands to run, too many other responsibilities. This unicorn whispers of another way, even if it may not seem like it now. That idea could be a tiny gem that turns into something huge. Do what you need to do to get into the zone, that magical time when your focus is so keen, it's like a laser beam and nothing else in the world matters. Intergalactic tells us to work with that energy. Ride the unicorn of creativity when it shows up, and don't stop until you find the inspired energy dissipating. You will find yourself in another world, a healing world, full of ideas and dreams and possibilities. Perhaps mundane duties like the washing will be neglected, and it might be cheese toasties for dinner, but it's important that you capture those incredible ideas and work with them, lest be lost in the ether. Honor your imaginative mind by giving it the attention it deserves. Remember that completed is better than perfect. I don't know what... Okay, I'm sorry. I got stuck on cheese toasties. What the hell is a cheese toastie? It sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. Okay. But yeah, so, oh, so here's the unicorn magic. I'll read the unicorn magic because I like this one. The intergalactic, well, I like them all, but most people just don't jive with that. So the intergalactic unicorn encourages the purchase of a crisp new journal and set of delicious pens. This act alone can encourage the spark of new ideas and insights, and your blank pages will be ready and waiting to be filled with fantastic ideas and concepts. I love. All right, so we'll get to Anahata. Now, Anahata also, I don't know, that looks like a shield, right? Anahata looks like they're like, love without judgment. So, we talked about this earlier with the Farah hair unicorn and light, right? Sharing our light, spreading our light, being the light in other people's lives. And I have a funny feeling this card is going to be very similar. So at first sight, the lettuce might not seem to be the obvious choice for a beautiful bouquet, but its gorgeous pearly green leaves leave their, oh, that's what that is. The middle, oh God, I can't think of what they're called now. The mandala. The mandala is the lettuce, supposed to be the lettuce with the heart in it. So, but its gorgeous pearly green leaves have their own beauty reminiscent of the color of the heart chakra. It is such a versatile plant in both the culinary and medicinal worlds. The humble lettuce is excellent for brain health, reduces anxiety, and supports healthy sleep. On a metaphysical level, lettuce encourages love and compassion. I'm not sure how it does that, but that's great. Anahata is the Indian Sanskrit word for the heart chakra, meaning unstruck or unbeaten. That's why it sounded familiar. Okay. It is located in the center of your physical heart and lungs, and the heart always seeks unity, peace, and inclusiveness. Its keywords are kindness, generosity, and respect for all living things. The Anahata unicorn welcomes an opening of the heart, especially in a situation where you may be tempted to close it down. Someone may have hurt you or made you angry, and your first instinct is to hurt them back. Anahata asks you to imagine what you would say to this person if you knew they only had one day left on this earth. You may find your ire softens and you are more likely to forgive them. You may begin to focus on all their positive qualities and their innate goodness. These beautiful thoughts will lighten your heart, bring compassion, and help ease the burden of stuck and heavy emotions. Perhaps you are someone who is easily hurt and feel the keen sting of others' behaviors more than you should. Yeah, I got that one. That's a tough one to talk about, but it goes back to, love the ignorant. I mean, whatever you think ignorance is, love the ignorant, love those who cannot love themselves, love the hurt people, love the mean people, love the kind people. The heart chakra is obviously all the main chakras. The body has actually a lot of chakras, a lot of chakra centers, but we know the main ones, right? You have the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And they all work together. They're kind of like your spiritual spine, if you will. But that energy center that goes right down the middle to you, to the middle of your legs. So, yep, it does. The sacral chakra right above the root is kind of your pleasure center of sorts. But I think we forget sometimes to share our light. We forget sometimes to love one another. We forget sometimes that what we're complaining about might also be what we're acting like without realizing it. We might feel a little self-righteous, or we might feel like, well, I don't think that way, so I'm better. And I can't speak for anyone else, but that's probably how I probably think of it in my head, when I think. But it's like, because I fact check, I look things up, I try to find the true answers, in between all of the, stuff that's put out there. And I don't purposely act self-righteous. I don't think I outwardly act self-righteous, but in my head, I'm like, what are these people thinking? But what makes me better than anyone else? Looking up facts is one thing. Sharing facts is one thing. A lot of people just share opinions or stuff that's just, spewed out there, and they repeat it like parrots. But maybe there's something more. Maybe there's something deeper. Maybe there's a fear in there that's being fed by this. Maybe there's a pain in there that's being fed like this, an anger or sadness or grief that might be being fed by something that gives them permission to be angry, that gives them permission to lash out. Because we can't always face our own demons. So a lot of times we'll latch on to something and turn it in a different direction because it gives us it helps us, blow off steam. And obviously that's not the right way to go, but we can't fix other people. All we can do is be there for them, love them, and, listen when they need an ear. So, that was Oracle Friday. I'm coming in just under the hour. Monday, I'll be back here, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Facebook Live will be back to the regular show. Not sure if I'll be doing an Aloha Oracle next Friday. I might, because I missed my angel deck, my angel answers deck. So who knows? We might start out with that. That will definitely be making an appearance. Oh my God. And on Monday, I'll bring up Bucky Bunny. I totally forgot Bucky Bunny, but I can't leave because I'm hooked to the phone. So Bucky Bunny will make his appearance. I will put him over here so that, he'll make his appearance on Monday. So, talking about all the hard stuff. So Bucky Bunny might be helpful. But anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great and safe weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Muddy, sibling, thank you for popping on. And for all of you watching later, or maybe watching and I didn't see you, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying this long. Thank you for enduring my personality today. And I'll be honest with you. I hope to see more of this Shelly Marie because she was a little bit fun today. So So again, thank you, Muddy. Thank you. And love to everybody. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you so much for watching.